Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to episode number 1 of What the is this? This series is spawned out of the fantastic reactions, comments, and desire of people, I should say, to see me suffer. So over the last few months, I've been acquiring samples of fragrances that are renowned for being very challenging. And some say disgusting and awful and all of those descriptors.
That smells like ass and corn chips.
And I thought I'd kick it off with one that is meant to be absolutely foul. So if you're interested in my thoughts of Strangelove's Silence the Sea, then stick around. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for clicking on view. And if an unbiased opinion from an average lad is what you're after, then you have come to the right place.
This way you need to be.
The House of Strangelove. Zero experience with this house whatsoever. Far too expensive for my pocket. Like, silly money. I think Falling to Stars, it's called, is probably the most highly regarded, or at least the most popular from the house amongst the niche heads who've got, really deep pockets. And like I say, I've zero experience with the house. And this will be my first. Depending on how it goes, it might be my last. Silence the Sea. My friends in the fragrance groups, some say that it smells like a rotting whale carcass. Others have said seawater and poop. And everything in between, really. So, but the lady I got this off, she laughed and said she doesn't see the big deal and she quite likes it. So I'm wondering if this and that little bag that I've got full of stuff that's meant to be challenging like this, I'm wondering if some of them are maybe considered like that for, should we say, virgin noses, people just getting into the hobby, and maybe people who've been exposed to funky oud and things like that maybe won't see it as challenging as the virgin noses do. So firstly, I'll just go over the notes. I'm not going to read any reviews from Fragrantica, but I'll just go over the notes and see if what I subject myself to marries up with what they think it's meant to smell like. So the main accords are listed as amber, animalic, musky, balsamic, earthy, and oud. No aquatic in there. The fragrance notes aren't listed as a fragrance pyramid. There's no top, mid, or base here. But what we have got is ambergris, so that would be the aquatic nature maybe, truffle, angelica, oud, chamomile, incense, narcissus, tuberose, jasmine, and mimosa. That all looks fine. Let's see how it smells. All right, guys. I'm not at all nervous, honest. Strangelove, Silence the Sea. Here we go. Not a fan. Not a fan. Wouldn't wear it. I know that much. Wouldn't wear it. Definitely would not wear it.
Who would wear this?
Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. I wouldn't wear it, but this is just paper, though. Have I got any bare skin? Yes, I have. Right, onto skin we go. That should do it. Cap back on. Give it a minute, or a few seconds at least. Don't like it. But it's nowhere near as bad as people claim.
You sure about that?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Oh God, that stinks. Right, okay. This is as bad as secretions. It's got that same sort of wet dog accord that Secretions Magnifique has got. Oh God, nah. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty, I wouldn't say revolting, but yeah, no, it's not as bad as Secretions. By the way, I later found out that the little sample of Secretions that I got was actually an old sample, and apparently the stuff that's out now isn't anywhere near as sickening as that. So, you know, if you guys have watched my Secretions Magnifique video and then you get your nose on the stuff that's available now, you'll think he was overreacting, but it was really, really old, like when it was first released sort of thing. I think this smells like, maybe I went too light because it was only half a spray. What am I doing to myself? Oh, a lot came out that time. Yeah. Don't know if this was a good idea. Oh, fecal. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, yeah. This is a different experience. Okay, so we've got mostly just florals and fecal. Khaki flowers. Okay, so the dog has been swimming in a rock pool that had a dead sea creature in it, and it came home and it found some fresh feces to roll around in a meadow of flowers. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Yeah.
And you got all of that from that?
Why? Why is what I want to know. Why would you make this? Oh, it's an artistic expression. Apparently, they use really high quality ingredients and handcrafted in small batches. I know why it's handcrafted in small batches, because only a small amount of people are stupid enough to spend big money on something that smells like this. Like, why? Bottle of this is really, really... In fact, let's find out how much a bottle of it is, eh? Right, I'm not doing too much digging, but you can get it in Harrods, a 50ml bottle for 470 quid. Why? Why are you spending, let's call it 500, yeah? Ho! £10 per mil for that. I refuse to believe that anyone with a functional nose on the front of their face would smell this and say that it smells good. Like really, honestly, it might smell interesting. Somebody might develop an infatuation with it. Those people that like really weird smells, you know what I mean? Like the people that like, I don't know, smell like sweaty feet and shoes and that. Like, you know what I mean? Like those types of people that develop infatuations with dirty, horrible smells. They might enjoy it, but it doesn't smell good. It does not smell good. So the oud is already like really gone. Or maybe I've just become acclimatized to it. Now, you can smell the ambergris, and I've no doubt that it is actually superior quality ambergris. But it isn't dosed right. It's dosed too high. I'm not even going to bother giving it a rating because it doesn't deserve one. Because it's not enjoyable in any respect. And I don't care what the deep dry down is. I don't care what it smells like after 3 hours, because I would not endure this for 3 hours, even if after 3 hours the smell fizzed the gooch and I bloody glazed myself like a donut. I would not care, because it's not worth enduring however long it takes to get to that point, because it smells really, really bad. Like, you know, it wouldn't make me vomit. See, it would make some people vomit, I could imagine, yeah. But it is borderline disgusting. It might even be as bad as secretions, but I think secretions was the first like fragrance that I smelled that was sort of that bad. Actually, no, it doesn't smell as bad as secretions. At least not that old batch that I had. Before I go, I'll just have a look on Fragrantica and I'll see if I can highlight a review that sort of syncs up with my own point of view. Well, there was plenty of reviews to choose from. I'm really astounded at the amount of people that think that it's nice and it's a great artistic representation of a beach walk and things like that. But this person here had this to say. I thought it was a pleasant aquatic when I sprayed it on card, but on my skin, oh dear, so bad. Fecal, rotting seaweed at low tide. It gets even more pungent on the dry down. My husband thought one of us had stepped in dog poo. And there's plenty more people sharing the same sort of view. Like I say, I'm not going to give it a rating, doesn't deserve one. It is quite the bad smell. Anybody in the fragrance group wants to try this? I think there's 2 ml bottle. Can't quite see how far up it is. There'll be a ml in there. Yours for a tenner, I guess. Horrible. Really, really bad. Smell like on paper now. Still bad, but that's awful. Yeah, Strangelove Silence the Sea. In summary, a dog that rolled around in a rock pool at low tide that had dead things in it, and then made its way home, and then rolled around in flowers and crap. But then its owners managed to rinse off the crap, but it still smelled like low tide and flowers. Wet dog, low tide and flowers, but crap at the beginning. Yeah. Awful. And yours for 500 quid. For 50 mil. God, I can't stop smelling it. I wouldn't say it's an addictive smell, but I just keep hoping that the next one isn't as bad. I'm gonna wash it off my hand now, and hopefully all remnants of it disappears, but I have a feeling this is with me for the day. Right, that's episode number 1 of What the is this? Episode number 2 might come in a week or 2. I don't know what I'll review. Maybe something from Zoologist. So, thanks very much for tuning in again, guys. And if you've liked the content, specifically this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, then make sure you hit the bell notification icon down there so that you can be notified next time I upload some scented nonsense. So, until next time, guys, stay fresh or funky. Keep smelling good or not. Take care.